And everyone can sit down and drink, and we can do it slowly on the, because otherwise we can take forever here.
Let's go.
I'm just run. Guys, remember that commitment you made to yourself, eh?
So we will.
Visualize walking back over the street.
Walking. Nice one.
Good afternoon, Carlos. So, how did you find Hannes on the course?
This course that we just finished right now.
Yep.
I found it fantastic. The first day I preferred more than the second day. I think the first day was more informative and obviously giving a bit of his personal history and all his experiences, which I found really, really good. And this wealth creators thing, I think it's going to be a good thing, and I'm really looking forward to see how it continues for the following year.
Fantastic. And what's been your biggest lesson that you learned?
The biggest lesson that I've learned is basically taking more responsibility for my businesses and for my personal life and all the seven areas of my life. Really, that's been the biggest thing for me.
And finally, what commitment are you making to yourself? What can we see from Carlos in the future?
I think there's going to be big changes. I really, really do. I think that, like I said, I need to take more responsibility. This last year, I have been dragging my heels. I've been basically sitting around and not doing much and focusing on what I'm supposed to be focusing on. I just recently got married, so it renews the commitment in me in coming here is to make myself better and obviously to look after my family and provide for my family. That's going to be the biggest thing for me, and just changing things around and changing my life around, really.
Any specific result?
Yes, I've got goals, and I want to retire. I'm saying this on camera, I can't believe it, but my goal is to retire at the age of 40. I've had that goal for quite a long time, and it is specific, and I've got a certain amount of money that I want to retire at, but obviously retire in the way of not having to work, having the passive income, obviously covering all my expenses, which are relatively low, compared to the income that I'm earning. So yeah, that's basically what my goal is.
Fantastic. Thanks, mate.
I found Hannes Dreyer to be absolutely energetic during the course. It's a great to be in the course. What I learned is to focus on
Sorry, I'll cut it out, it's fine.
the intent. The intent is the most important thing for you to start with. You need clear intent. And the commitment that I want to make is by end of February, I want to have my first business profitable.
I think Hannes was excellent in his presentation. It was an honor for me to be coached by a real master in his field. I'm involved in business for 25 years. My biggest shortcoming, I'll say, is I operate without a proper strategy. And I have to work on my belief as well. My commitment, due to the fact that I'm involved in two businesses already, is to create a third business from nothing before the end of December 2011.
What can I say? I think Hannes is a true master. As we've learned, a true master is able to take the theory and the lessons out of this world and make the practical experience, and also show where you've made mistakes. I think everybody would like to become a master on their topic, and Hannes is the perfect place to do it. In terms of what I've learned, I think there's a step-by-step process to become successful. If you really want to get there, do it step by step. From my point of view, in terms of a commitment, I think I know who I am and where I am, and I just need to take the next step and complete where I am. Thanks, enjoy.
Do you want me to go? Yeah. What was the thing that you found with regards to Hannes and the course?
Well, I thought the course was wonderful. Hannes is a great presenter. He keeps the information insightful and interesting. So I enjoyed it very much.
What was the one major lesson that you learned?
I need to take massive action.
Okay, and what's the commitment that you made to yourself?
I'm making making a commitment that I'll qualify as a fellow through the investment, through the financial side by the end of next financial year.
Fantastic, thanks. So tell us, how did you find Hannes and the course as a whole?
Okay, I thought with the course, first of all, meeting all the wealth creators or potential wealth creators was fantastic, you know, because some of the people make you realize that, you know what, it's actually possible. It's not just whole dreams and stuff like that. So yeah, that was great. And I think Hannes, the best thing about it is the fact that he's able to take complex concepts and just break them down to a step-by-step system, or that actually makes it seem much easier. I know that it's actually not easy, it's simple, but just because it's so simple, it makes it, I suppose, easier for you to can then go through the whole process. So I think it's fantastic from that perspective.
What was the one major lesson you learned?
Major lesson was, with the right intent and the right belief system, you can always get what you need to get. That was the major thing for me, because I saw through a whole lot of examples that he brought forward in the course that, you know what, it's usually the same mistakes we did, and we did a whole lot of exercises where I saw that we all make the same mistakes, and it's usually the intent that is not right. Or another thing was another major thing was the focus that needs to be there. So for me, it was intent and focus.
And tell me lastly, what is your commitment that you're going to make to yourself?
Commitment, 9th of August, I'll be the next person graduating as a fellow from the World Creators Institute.
Fantastic. And one last question out of the normal. How old are you?
23.
Fantastic. Thanks, mate.
Cool.
What I learned about Hannes Breyer this weekend is that he's a very passionate person. He loves to communicate with people. He has an ability to take concepts that people already know and verbalize it into something that everybody can understand. And what I personally learned from this weekend is that I am the biggest challenge to overcome, that I don't know myself well enough, and that I can do anything that I can actually put my mind to. I have more potential than I ever thought I had. I always just thought, no, I'm already at the best I can be, and unfortunately I still got more to go. And as a result of that, my challenge is to break free from everything that's been keeping me in the position I am in at the moment, and actually start my own business, which is something I've never really thought of doing. I've always been the employee type person, so that is my challenge.
Perfect. So tell us, what did you actually enjoy about Hannes and the course?
The most amazing thing was the energy that he brings across, and he manages to take extremely difficult concepts and just makes them easy, and it makes everybody understand something that is difficult for me to maybe verbalize, or for me to find a way to bring across. He makes it easy and simple to understand, and I think that's the most amazing thing about the man.
And what was the one major lesson that you learned?
The one major lesson is that there is actually a formula for freedom. The formula for riches is my path to freedom, and until you're free, you can't be who you really want to be, that unique person that you can be. And that formula gives me that path to get to the freedom, to get to that unique person that I want to be.
And in terms of your commitment to yourself?
Commitment to myself is that I'm going to build, well, there's the larger commitment that I'm going to continue on that path to freedom. I'm going to apply the principles. That's the commitment to myself over my whole life. I'm going to apply those principles to become the best that I can be. On the specific level, I'm going to build at least 3 businesses in the next 3 months that will be in excess of 20,000 Rand a month. That's my commitment on the specific level.
Awesome, thanks.